god. Well, you know what? We are not affiliated with the Penumbra podcast in any way, shape, or form. We are two fans who are just here to talk about the episode and have a blast. If we have anything, yes. If we discuss anything that might be triggering to someone, I will put it in the description afterward. Hooray! I am Rab, and who are you?
I am Luna, or Healing Steel on Tumblr.
Yay!
Okay, I did episode notes again.
Fuck yeah!
So, last time we did this, we had all gotten the episode on Friday, and we recorded this on Sunday, so I had a few days to prepare, and this time I don't really have a few... I've had this episode for 8 hours, man. I'm still in the sleep phase.
Same.
Okay, so, I think this episode is really broken down into 2 parts, which I personally labeled as heist and literal fan fiction.
Go on.
Yes. So, shall we discuss the heist?
Please.
Okay. Peter is a salty bitch, I think is the summary of the heist.
I love him so much. He's such a drama queen, and like, they're so made for each other.
Oh god, yes. But the very beginning where Peter's like, this argument is stupid, but he's not winning it.
He's aware that he's being petty, and he's gonna go ahead anyway.
You know, that's so valid. I do that all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, you still gotta win.
Yeah, God, what did you think about him, that scene where he failed to spot that last camera? Because, wow, that was, wow.
Okay, so, you know, my theories at this point are a little half-baked. Must say. I think Peter has some long-term health problem we don't know about.
Same. I'm slamming that same button, like, with all the power of a semi-truck.
Yep, and like I can go into my theories and also my projections. but that's I think Rab, I have so many feelings.
I know. Oh my god.
But I think it's really cool that they, like, yes, they have this, Peter and Juno have this initial attraction, this initial chemistry, but then they, like, the last time, that every time they work together, they start from this place of distrust with attraction, and then something happens and they have to trust each other, and that's when, like, these two really closed off people, when they make that connection, that's when, like, their partnership is, it blossoms. And that happened here
beautiful. Too. Oh, you're so right. It's been this back and forth, and now maybe finally they can just rest.
Rest?
Yeah. They don't have to, like, you know, Nureyev doesn't have to disappear, and Juno doesn't have to disappear, and they can both stay.
Yeah, they can. And they're gonna have to. They're on a fucking spaceship.
Where else can they go? I don't know. But
Peter, right at the beginning, Peter had this great line that was like, Juno charges into beating after beating and connects the dots through his bruises or something like that.
Yes, like a constellation or something. That was beautiful.
The way that Peter has been describing Juno is just, like, so evocative and beautiful.
Honestly, like, even when he's criticizing him, he'll, like, devolve into, like, it's great. God, and you're so right. Like, our last episode, you mentioned how cool it was to see, like, Juno from Peter's perspective, because Juno doesn't know how cool he is.
No.
And, like, yeah.
As I said, Juno thinks he's the worst.
Yeah, so this was, oh my god. So, like, having that in my head, like, how it just made this episode that much better, because it really painted Juno in this really beautiful light. Like, he was I felt like Peter was hanging on to that old version of Juno, and that realization, like when they danced, that, oh, this is a new person. Oh man. It
Oh, yeah.
hit me all the harder.
Also, Juno is so competent in this episode. Like, he had that one fuck up at the end of part one. You know, he did do something impulsive and stupid, but I don't super love his blame shifting and eventually just being like, yes, fine, I made a mistake. You did, Juno. You did.
Yeah,
Uh,
you fucked up.
but I think it's really, I think we know Juno is a grade A dumbass, but he's also like really good at this, and I think Peter forgets that. And I thought it was very cool that he was like figuring all these things out before Peter, because Peter has to trust people, and the second that that trust happened, like the two of them like were just so on the same wavelength. It was
Yeah,
so
just
cool
like
to see.
click. Yeah, that was, oh my God, that moment of synthesis. God. Yeah, the fact that we opened this two-parter with Juna being like, listen, listen, bro, listen. I've like I've had a lot of time to think and a lot of time to change, and like Nerev's like shuts him down and is like, I am the expert and I know what I'm doing. And Juno, I will have to babysit him the entire time because he is the one thing that can and will go horribly wrong. And then and
And
then
then
yeah.
Juno tackles him,
Yeah.
stop him from making a mistake.
I love that little voice when he's like, I saw a bee, and this person in the crowd is like, bees are extinct.
Would you believe me if I said I really wanted a hug?
Yes.
Yes, Juno, I would. Oh
Oh.
my god. I love that so much. And then like in the background of Peter's monologuing, darling, honey, will you stop, please?
It was so wonderful because I had this vision in my head of Peter like twirling around and doing all these things kind of almost like one right after the other, like snap,
Yeah.
snap, snap.
And
And
Juno's
like
just
in the background, you like every once in a while just this little like not even Juno, just like the puppet, like sock puppet version of him just like popping up from behind the kind of being like, honey.
I also like Juno like arms out, just like running after him.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
as we know, Juno does not have a subtle bone in his body.
No, that's what's great about podcasts is we don't know what that looked like. We can picture
Yep,
it however we want.
we can. Something I wanted to point out though in the scene, um, so Peter's like, I knew why he was looking at Nova. You know, he was morally outraged, which like true, eat the rich. But also, when did we last hear Peter called Juno morally outraged?
I know. Oh my God, this is tickling the back of my brain. When?
In at the end of Two Murderous, Two Mask.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that was like him being like, "You're so hot when you're morally outraged."
Yeah, it's
Oh.
futile and sexy. I really like verbally mocking Noah signs. I don't know what this is. I'm a bully.
We all know they're all amazing. That's just a given. We can poke a little fun and pretend. God, I just I love that they, even though they have changed so much, the core dumbass love is still there.
It's
That's
true.
just
It's true. They are both dumbass for dumbass.
yeah.
Uh, but in response to recent allegations, the only himbo in the Juniverse is Mick Mercury.
Is everyone called we stan. God. I'm
um,
I am I want to revise my conspiracy from
mm,
before. I was like, okay, so Peter hasn't worked. Obviously, we know now that he has, because he has a lot of debts over his head. But also, I was like, Nova seems like maybe might be like a mirror to Peter. But now I'm like,
No.
yeah, it's like if Nova is a mirror to anyone, it's more like Juno, and that could very much be like coincidental. Like there was a moment where they were like talking about how she had popped out of obscurity after a year and was like perfect in her new dress, and I was like, woo, but
Yeah. I think it's cool that there actually wasn't like a deeper significance with Nova. The Nova's just a rich dumbass that no one's ever told no.
exactly. That's the great thing. You're so, oh my god. That
Because
was the
like if Nova was like a secret assassin or something, I don't know. It was going all over the place. But like, no, eat the rich.
yeah.
That's all.
Because that's so true. At the end of the day, really, a lot of the time you're gonna come up against a bunch of rich dumbasses in life. And
Yeah.
oh,
Um. Okay. Can we talk about the music change when Peter said, "Can I have this dance?"
really? There was a music change?
Yes, the music got all like swoony and like I don't know. It was a lot. And then the dance and Juno's a good dancer and the band mentioned without trauma. I'm sobbing.
My fucking god. Yeah, when he was like, I had a good teacher, I think like I
Y'all
was
flail.
yeah, like the background behind me became like a nebula and I like floated back into
Mm-hmm.
the void. Wow, I can't believe we got real dancing. Like I put that on my bingo card, but I didn't expect
Yeah.
to actually be fed this delicious food.
Dip me.
Oh my god. You are so right. Fan fiction. Oh my
I
goodness.
no, we're not even to the fan fiction part yet. We're still in heist.
You don't call that
Also, for me and my own purposes, the shoplifting baby Juno was good and important. I would like to write all of that now, please.
Oh my god, listen. Okay, so I went to work and I listened to this several times and and I'm the one person at an escape room. Like there are only 3 employees at this place, and so I opened and I was alone and I was mopping. And I may or may not have left my list of notes about the episode on the desk for my next colleague. And I
Oh,
had like things like, orchestra music question mark, dancing, and then in big capital block letters, lunch, like underlined 3 times and circled like over and over because I was like, holy shit, I gotta go back and reread like We All Have a Hunger because oh my god, he stole lunches. And so I have no
that's
idea
valid.
what my coworker is going to assume that means.
Everything. Love it.
Orchestra, lunch.
um,
Yeah, but you do have to, I mean, you don't have to write
yeah,
more
no,
about
I have to write
it.
all of that. Thank you.
Please.
Yeah. From ages 8 to 11.
God.
Okay. So Peter is the most dramatic bitch who ever lived.
I
The
love
act
him.
Zolotovna. But also Peter is so gay.
I know. It's great. God, I don't know how Noah conveys this kind of thing, but it's so there. Oh my God,
Excuse me?
I I have to write like or no, I don't have to write. I have to make an animatic for that amazing exchange between
Please,
Peter
please.
and Nova where he says, "I."
And June was like, what was that?
He immediately goes
Excuse me?
monotone and is like, "Just start walking."
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh,
Oh
that makes
my
me so happy.
goodness. Can
Uh,
we are we
Peter's
good
so
to
tempted to wait. One more thing. I want to
please,
talk
yes.
about Peter being so tempted to be a sugar baby. Like
Oh,
that was a near thing, and I love it.
he's
Um,
so desperate.
But he's also so clearly, like, not into Nova at all. I don't know. I think there's a lot of... Poor Peter. Poor Peter is the point
I
here.
know. No, I mean like desperate, like he knows that he's running out of steam and he might not be able to, yeah, keep making these payments, whatever they are.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
assume.
Do you want to move to straight up fanfiction land?
Listen, I just gotta. What's your theory about what's going on with Peter? Because I love the idea that he's sick because that rips my heart in half, and I must write about it. But God,
I think either he's sick, and he did mention to Nova, like, I have a thyroid condition, which of course is probably bullshit, but like, um, yeah. So I think either he's sick, but I feel like Buddy might bring that up with Vespa's blood test. Loved that. That was so funny.
I don't recall giving you.
Buddy just sails right through that one. Um, is it possible that he was still paying, like, trying to heal someone else? Like, I think it's... I don't know that it's, like, totally logical to think that, like, he never ever was vulnerable with anyone between killing Mags and meeting Juno. So it's
Yeah,
possible there's, like, I don't know, like, someone else in Peter's...
yeah.
Basically, there's more Peter backstory. We know this. It's gonna come out. But I think it has to be really health related, and it also shows that Peter can compartmentalize a hell of a lot.
So much so that he doesn't even realize how much he's doing it. That's painfully realistic.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. As I said earlier, I did finger guns at my therapist today. Okay,
You know
the
that
mom energy from Buddy.
Listen, I can't hold this up for our listeners, but I have right in front of me Buddy equals best mom.
Of course, the yelling in the hallway.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
She's so perfect. I hearing Peter be vulnerable and be scolded was so much for me because I mean, have we ever heard him like that before that? It was so moving to me.
yeah. That outside of a moment of, like, mortal peril,
Yeah.
he's able to... I think those are the only times he really accesses his feelings. Or, like,
God.
I mean, Juno did that too, to be fair. Has he accessed feelings when not in peril? I
Like
don't know. He's working on
or
it.
Nereid, because it's like both of them. I think the closest I heard Nereid really being something other than like annoyed or angry or like so optimistic, at least from Juno's perspective, was like when, you know, Juno was going to let himself die.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, you're right. I don't think, yeah, both of them probably could still, or I don't know. That was great, was at the end how Peter pointed out explicitly that now Juno was willing to be open about how much he was hurting. Like, that's like not just like by being more mean, but by accepting help and talking about it. Like, wow.
I don't know. It's just like Juno's whole thing is that he feels like he can't change. Like he is who he is, and that's not a good person, and that's just the way his life is going to be. But he does change. But I think Peter thinks that he can erase himself and thinks that he can be a new person whenever he needs to. And I really love that Buddy was like, you can't erase yourself, but you can change yourself. I don't know. I think that's cool. Also, Buddy is completely in this for the drama, and the drama alone.
She's like, however you did what you did today, i.e., you and Juno, I hope that keeps going. Oh, but Luna, that was so, you put that so perfectly that, wow, about the difference between Juno and Peter. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Yep. Like stewing in your mistakes versus escaping them when what you really got to do is face them.
Yeah, that's true, because even though Juno does try to disappear, I think a couple times, like when he tries to die or when he leaves Nureyev, he's not like running away to do something else. Like he's going to just, like you said, like make a nest out of his misery and like
Yeah.
punish himself. So,
Whereas
yeah.
Peter's like, "What's that? I didn't hear." Like,
Yeah.
what's he talking about?
Wow. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see them keep moving away from that.
Yeah. Um, Peter is ADHD representation. It's established. He cannot pay attention to save his life. Uh,
Oh God.
ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going through my notes at this point. But
Please do.
um, well, of course, okay. Buddy absolutely knows who Peter is, 100%. I'm really on the Buddy new mag train.
Oh, that would be so cool. I don't know how I feel, because I kind of like that she just happens to be this other nurturing person who this time he can actually trust and like just kind
Yeah,
of
like
exists.
unrelated.
Yeah, like it's kind of like how you mentioned at the beginning of this, where it was nice that Nova is just kind of this random, you know, rich asshole, where it's just like the fact that not everything is interconnected. I think maybe I can relate to that more. I don't know.
No, I see that. I see that. I think at the very least, Buddy has or almost has figured out who Nureyev is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be so cool if she knew about the Angel of Brahma.
Well, I mean, she stresses that he's not a legend. Like they can't be legends and they can't be mercenaries.
Fuck.
Because those are kind of Peter's two roles. Because he became a legend in Angel of Brahma, and from then on he was a mercenary. But what is he if he's not one of those two things?
Oh my, he's apparently Nureyev. Oh my god. But who's Nureyev? Okay, audience, I've got my fingers bunched up around my forehead and I'm just staring a hole into the floor. Wow, you are so right. I was like, that's strange wording to be like talking about legends. Oh, you just made it click in my head. Thank you.
I love
Oh,
overanalyzing media.
it's not overanalyzing it. It's just analyzing it.
I bet
I'm
Kevin
sure.
would be proud of us.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure, like, I definitely know that I go too far, but, like, that's the fun, is going too far.
Yeah, of course. But
Ah,
also combined with the stuff that Buddy said about Peter's morals and his moral compass. Also, he is a thief with a heart of gold. It's great. But also like I I don't know. She at least has a strong inkling of who he is, I think. I mean, she would
yeah.
have been in the Outer Rim about that time, right?
Fuck, you're right. They were in the Outer Rim, like, 15, 20 years
Like,
ago. Oh my God.
right?
Wow. Oh my God. Oh no, Luna. Luna, I think you're onto something.
Oh no. Oh no. Uh,
Wow. What do you think about the fact that we didn't hear Juno's whole apology? Because a part of me is like no, but I like it. I like it.
I don't know that the apology mattered. In
Yeah.
like of course it mattered that he said that he needed to say it, but as an audience we know where these two characters are. Like
Yeah.
know that Juno's sorry, we know that Peter is ready to hear that apology, and I think what's left there is just words that we heard at the end of Final Resting Place.
Oh, you're right, because we've been inside Juno's head this whole time. So everything that he tells Peter, we already kind of know. Oh, wow.
I really
Whew.
loved that Nureyev is the name. It's what he wants Juno to call him. Because who else has called him that, Rab?
Who? No
Oh,
one. I don't
maybe.
think.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Maybe there was a line where he was like thinking about things that he wasn't allowing himself to think about. And one of those things was, I don't know, lying beside someone. And then he says, and a person, and then he describes Juno. So I'm like, okay, is that him describing Juno both times, or was the first mention someone else?
I
Or
also caught that. I don't know.
yeah.
I think right now my theories are leaning towards Peter got into huge debt trying to save an old partner. I think
Oh.
that's where that is for me. I think it's also possible that Peter's sick, but I think we would have heard a little more about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just shaken up really because I always kind of was like, oh, Nureyev is such a drama queen, worrying about getting older. And then like I this episode happened and I was like, well, first of all, I hadn't really realized how much effort he was putting in. Like I guess from Juno's perspective, it just seemed like he was on top of everything, like
Mm-hmm.
automatically. He didn't have to stay up all night poring over research and building layouts and coming up with escape plans. Like it was just he just magically knew.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm like, "Oh shit, it does take effort." But the way that he was, I mean, that could be him getting older and also I don't know. I feel like I
Sick.
wouldn't be surprised if he was getting less energy because he was sick. I mean, he's only like 40
He's
or
36 canonically.
baby. He's so young. He's a
Like
baby.
that's not even a little old.
Yeah, so like every other like the last time he was like, oh, I'm so old, I was like, oh, get over it. You're so young, you idiot. And
Yeah.
then and then now I'm like, oh, maybe he doesn't actually maybe something's wrong, but I don't know. They've played me like a fiddle. I'm on the edge of my seat.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
Am I allowed to project my chronic illnesses onto Peter? Yes. Yes, I am.
Absolutely. Yes, you are.
Absolutely. Um, we got confirmation that Peter was awake when Juno left, which is just my
That
heart
was
didn't need that.
the sound I just made was like a gorilla getting hit by a car. I made a post a long time ago that was like, how horrible would that be? And I hadn't and then someone like if he was awake because he's a thief and he would probably not sleep that deeply no matter what Juno thinks. And someone in the comments responded with like, yeah, and like he does murmur Juno and I'm like, he what? And that was the first time I went back and heard
Oh,
that and then had myself a little cry.
oh, yeah, it's devastating.
Oh, now that we know that he consciously did that, he was lying there and he heard him walk away. And maybe, I don't know why he said that. Maybe he didn't mean to, or maybe he just hoped that he could. Oh my God.
I'm gonna scream. It's fine. Um, did you think it was gonna end with a gross penumbra type kiss noise? Cause I sure did.
I was hoping it wouldn't. I was hoping that they would.
I'm kind of torn. Like, on one hand, I wanted to hear them like officially make up, and on the other hand, their kiss noises are really intense.
They are. They're really close to the mic. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And like, it's great that I can actually hear. Like, I'm like, oh my God, they're kissing. But at the same time, as someone who's kind of sex repulsed, I'm like, ah.
Fair. Fair.
I love you,
Uh,
Penumbra, but I'm wearing headphones and the volume is way up. Oh my God.
okay, don't listen to Dream Boy.
Okay.
Uh,
People were talking about. I know nothing about that except that people said, "Listen, it is very NSFW."
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Um, what else was I gonna say? Again, proud of Juno. Very proud of Juno. Good job,
Our boy,
our boy.
or their boy. God, the fact that I don't know something about the way that Nureyev mentioned, like coming forward with I don't know what the line was. It was like not weeping wounds, but like maybe open wounds and
Oh
like
yeah,
wet eyes.
he doesn't bite when you look at his scars. He comes to you with like wet wounds and wet eyes.
Yeah, and I was like, he has wet eyes.
Oh, of course. Juno's a baby. Of course
Oh.
he's sobbing.
we don't hear the part, like Nereyev's monologue covers the part where Juno is ugly crying, but he pulls himself together before we can suck back into it.
That eye patch is soaked.
Oh baby. No.
Oh, what shall we start the betting pools now that the next episode begins with them waking up in bed together and talking about how that it's good to wake up together because they did last time.
Okay, my head says no, that we're gonna wait a while before we get to the next stage, but my heart says
No.
please. What about you?
Well adjusted. They're gonna fuck.
They can't help themselves physically. I don't know, I guess we have to see how long like they've been in space. Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yep.
I want more Space Family next episode.
We're gonna get it. I'm
We're gonna
almost
get
certain. Because we've had the Nureyev and Peter duo, so
Mm-hmm.
now we have to like cycle through. We have to go through like the merry-go-round and do all the permutations, is my guess.
I am just waiting for the day that Juno and Vespa come to an understanding. Because it's going to be an understanding. Like, it's not going to, they ain't going to be friends, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's what after what you said last episode, I'm so eager to see how they resolve that. Like, wow. Oh, I really hope that they bond over, I don't know, maybe their trauma or something. Something.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babies.
Their love for very charismatic people.
Yes. Aww.
Yeah. I don't know. We keep talking about a Juno Buddy parallel, but I wonder if there's like a Juno Vespa and Buddy and Peter parallel thing happening. I don't know. I feel like it could go either way.
I've thought so, but yeah, there are definitely more parallels between, I think, Juno and Buddy than, Vespa and Nureyev. But there's I mean, thinking about it, there's like what was it? God, my brain exploded. Okay. Vespa, I think, perceived that Buddy left. I don't think, because she didn't know that Buddy was in prison, right? She just kept coming. Yeah. So there's that. And also, apparently her specialty is knives. Like, is it fanon or canon that Nureyev is a very knives boy?
Knifey boy. He's a very sharp man.
Yeah. So I don't know. God, a role reversal fic would be so fun because I wonder, I don't know, how would Nureyev react after? Well, he kind of has been. I mean, listen to him. He's got a debt that he has to repay. Yeah, and Vespa was like apparently stuck with these people for however long because she had a debt as a debtor's tag person. So I guess there's them. Whoopsie.
Oh, we were so right about the Board of Fresh Starts. I knew that was going to be.
You called it, you motherfucker!
I fucking called it.
I was did. Right. I'm gonna make a tally board, and I'm just gonna go like drag down.
I love that. But
you
yes,
got it.
It had to be right. Like Kevin would never pass up an opportunity to roundly criticize capitalism.
I don't know. I was like, maybe they'll like go after like the Thea Tech creator. I don't know. I thought there was some ambiguity.
That's gonna come up.
Maybe. I don't know, but maybe they're done with that. Maybe they're like, we've had our stint with the mind control stuff. We've used that like twice, 3 times. I don't know how many times. Let's go to controlling people via disease instead. And so we're gonna. But I
don't know. Okay. So there were the extra million people in Old Town.
Yeah.
So that's not resolved. We don't know what the fuck that was.
Holy shit, I completely forgot about that. What the fuck?
We don't know half the shit that Space Disney, what's it called? North Star, was coming up with. And there's also been this thread of like corporations as the enemy, but corporations being interconnected.
Yes.
So I really think that whatever's happening with the Cure Mother is going to be very strongly tied to North Star, because there's too many loose threads with the North Star stuff that they still need to clear up.
Wow, boy, that would be fun as hell.
It would. Let's
Strap
take down
in.
Space Disney.
Strap in, Penumbuddies. We're going on an adventure to the worst place on earth.
Oh my god. I just love how straight up they are. Like, this is Space Disney. Juno was abused by Space Walt Disney.
God, it's so great. I was thinking today was really silly, but I was walking out of a bank, and for some reason I thought to myself, like, I was thinking about my relationship with a friend, and I was like, well, I'm ultimately not responsible for, saving them or them getting better. And I was like, God, I'm glad I listened to the Penumbra podcast. Because it's been so romanticized to like not just to take care of someone and in the way that's like I don't know. I'm just so happy that I know that's weird to go off of like Space Disney, but like
No, that's valid as hell.
I don't know. I guess I thought about it because just hearing the words Juno and abuse made me think, wow, they really didn't shy away from anything, And
Nope.
So that makes his recovery that much more, real. And in turn, the lessons that I think the audience learns with him more poignant. So,
Yeah.
fuck.
And we're going to see him backslide a little bit this season. It's going to happen. But
Yeah, and
he's
that's
going to
okay.
dust himself off and rely on people.
Yeah, because
And not
recovery
just
is non-linear.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Case
Gosh
closed.
darn it. Yes. Oh, do you have
Okay.
any last thoughts?
I mean, I'm still like internally screaming. But I don't know. I didn't expect the Juno Peter stuff to get resolved as quickly as it did. But I'm kind of glad it did, because I think they accept that I mean, like, meant to be together is like silly, but like that that they still really love each other,
Yeah.
and like they're really good for each other now, and so they were like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's like
Works.
we're strangers and maybe we're ghosts, but I'd like to try this again. You
Yeah.
know? Like, yeah. Like, yeah.
Was that quote?
Yeah, that was what Buddy shouted to Vespa when she was leaving was maybe we don't know each other, maybe we're strangers, maybe we're ghosts or new people, but I'd like to get to know you. Like I'm paraphrasing really badly. I'd like to get to know this new person and I'd like to try this again. If you feel
I
the same way. Yeah.
the, I'm gonna die.
Literally, but they still fit together so well. Oh God.
Oh man.
I'm eternally
Okay.
screaming too.
Do you have any final thoughts, or are we ready to sign off?
The only thing I have to say is where the fuck is the Penumbra? Like, first season, it was in a hotel, second season's train, and then like they opened this one with like orchestra music before they get where are we?
I'm upset. I think that's all I have to say on that.
Oh my god. Well
Okay.
that's fair. We'll find out later maybe. But thank you.
Thanks all. So the next thing you can probably expect from us is hopefully we're going to start working through some backlog and yell about, I don't know, probably Two Murderous, Two Mask.
Let's
Um,
go. Fuck
and
yeah.
so, yeah,
So
cool.
we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.